Well, I am back on Sassafras Mountain on the Foothills Trail, and I am knocking out that last little 5 miles that I needed to do to finish up my 4th trip. Pretty, almost dark. So Bridget dropped me off at Sassafras, so I'm going back down to Laurel Valley access, where that will complete my 4th trip on this trail. Then we are starting this end of days hike tomorrow, and we're doing the whole trail again. So that'll be fun. But anyway, I'm gonna scoot down here and finish this up, and then we're going to hang out with Fresh Ground tonight. Camp there, and then we'll start at Oconee in the morning, headed back this way. So we got about 5 miles to do, so off we go. Yeah, so this year on the end of days hike, there's supposed to be like, I think like 100 people or so showing up. We checked in at Table Rock to get our parking pass a while ago, and she said that there have been people in all day that were here for the end of days. So we'll see how that is. That'll be crowded, but the weather's supposed to get kind of cold on Monday, so we'll see how many of those people bail out about halfway through. So anyway, I'm gonna scoot along before it gets dark on me, or it's gonna get dark, but the quicker I can get done, the quicker we can go hang out by the fire. So that's the plan for tonight. Alrighty folks, that did my 4th trip. I think that is my ride. I think. Is that my ride? Yeah. Number 4 is done. Yeehaw. Headed to Oconee. Right, we are off 9 o'clock and headed to wherever we end up tonight. But we're doing Fresh Ground for lunch. We already had Fresh Ground for breakfast. he done hit us up for breakfast. So we'll see him in a few hours for lunch. Turned out to be a nice day today. I think tomorrow's supposed to rain. A little bit, well, 40-something% chance of rain tomorrow. And then it's going to get a little cooler. In the 20s at night, I think. So we're just enjoying the nice weather today. And we'll see what the rest of it brings. It's supposed to be nice after tomorrow, but just a little cooler. We got shuttled over from Table Rock this morning, and there was us and 3 other hikers, and we seen several last night where Fresh Ground was at. He was already in bed when we got there, but we got up this morning, had breakfast, and then we'll meet him back up here for lunch. Here's the clan, here's the crowd.
He's supposed to be behind me, we're supposed to be up today.
I know y'all. Man, y'all were slow.
Hey,
How are y'all?
good, how you?
Hey, beef or chicken? Beef or chicken?
Chicken.
Chicken,
Chicken?
chicken,
Chicken quesadilla.
sweet, thanks. All right, time to eat.
I remember once I set up and did that. How you guys enjoying your ride? Yeah.
All right.
Like it. The healthy. Ain't that nice to say your hunt, sir?
Hey, look at there.
I gotta go the other way.
That's Quirk getting up.
I'm bad about getting pictures.
Well, I'd usually forget to get them. We've got a couple more miles left to do and we'll be done for the day. Stopping at Burles Ford where we usually stop at. Which will put us at around 16 miles for the day. There's a lot of hikers out for this year, so been seeing a lot of people. I even seen a hiker I watched on YouTube back in golly, I think it was 2018, 2017. Hiked the AT, his name was Pork Chop. And just bumped into him randomly out here earlier, so that was pretty cool. So we got a couple more miles and that'll be it for the day. This is morning 2, and I'm horrible about not getting videos or pictures of where we camp at. That's somebody else's tent there, so I gotta work on that one. Anyway, 8:15 and we are headed out for another, I think 16 and a half miles today. So weather is still decent. I'm gonna get back up here on the trail. And boogie along. We bumped into Bridget's buddy 5-0 last night. Camped with him. him and her have are the only two. I think they said the only two left that's been here every time for this end of days hike. So they're carrying on the tradition. Anyway, off we go. All right. We've hiked about 5 miles this morning so far and made it back to the Leapfrog Cafe. Where the hiker trash is hanging out.
There you are.
Hey!
We weren't sick about you. Where you been?
We'll get more videos of this after a while.
How long you stay down there?
I see Daisy. She looks like she'd be a master.
3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
That's what you want. My first
Look, both of them right here.
I'm not behind you.
I haven't done a good job of this. First bird and saw
Two hot dogs right here.
people down there fishing, and she's not paying attention to lines going across or
I've got to check into the
just chasing the bird.
So today we cut short 3.7 miles off of what we were going to do. Going to go camp tonight at Whitewater campsite, but when we got to Whitewater Falls, Fresh Ground was there, and since he's not going to be, tomorrow's his last day out here on the Foothills Trail, so we decided to stay tonight here and have breakfast with him in the morning, and then we'll make up that 4-ish miles over the next couple of days. So no big deal, but anyway, we have got a lot of people hanging out tonight here, so we thought, what the heck. So we only did like 12.8, and I don't know when the last time we've had a short day like that was, but nice not to be in a rush. So anyway, that's what we're doing tonight, and I'll show you what's going on here as soon as I get back up to where everybody's at. All right, so there's plenty of tents right there. This is not a campground, it's just a pullover. But there's a lot of tents way over there, but I'm not even gonna go down there. And then you've got the drift raft right here. Telling lies and telling stories. Dark secrets and darker lies. And we're parked right there. So that's pretty much where we are at tonight. Not too shabby.
Filling it out.
I'm so sorry. Yesterday.
I've heard of that. Is that what you
Yeah, there's so many.
usually has?
Thank you so much for the gift. When I'm dead. Sorry, I'm sorry, but you can't have it yet. What I mean is when I'm dead.
Our new mountain house is only like an hour.
I have enough to see the map. I have enough to look at the direct. Barely drawn. Yeah. I'm like, I have enough to see the map, but I would have to like find.
I guess he just decided cell phone service was out. He didn't need to tell anybody. After about 4 days, his mom was well, power. It was in the
Like summer
for the
here. So you
and
had
then here she was calling. So his mom, my girlfriend, at the time,
it's like a Bob Pickens.
It's signed really well.
Yeah, so it's over here. Yeah, it's an hour.
Tried to go around.
Maybe a little bit farther than an hour.
He's sitting in the apartment sound.
Yeah, it's an hour and 2 minutes.
Franklin's an hour and 2. Yeah, because where do you
I came off trail in August.
It's like, no, it's not on the way for you.
It's in the opposite direction, but I was very contemplating like getting a hotel before actually like.
Oh, yeah.
So like I could go get a hotel in Franklin, just go to August the next day, and then go home like from there. I think because Franklin's like I think 3.5 hours from where I live. So I've gotten to where now I don't even post any videos.
We're talking about that today.
Can you just type and reverse it from
Alright, day 3, windy and getting cold. Everybody's packing up and we're headed to the bathroom. And then hit the trail for 20 miles today. So more of this later on. This is Upper Whitewater Falls, and it is the highest waterfall in the eastern part of the United States. This is the top part, and then we'll be down at the bottom part of it in a few minutes, but you can't see it from down there. Hi, Chica. So that was Mona Lisa and two of her buddies we were behind a while ago. I'm not sure what their names are, but they're all going to camp tonight at Toxaway River, where we're going to be unless we decide to go on over to the next campsite, which if we do is going to put us going over Heartbreak Ridge tonight, and not sure we're going to do that since we're already doing like 20 point something miles today, so we might just stop at Toxaway. That's the plan right now. But pretty weather. See plenty of blue skies. And it's supposed to get down to 20, in the 20s and low 20s tonight, I think. So it's been windy all day. So we're cruising along. We've probably got 7 or 8 miles left. So that looks pretty. Anyway, off we go. Might be a view right here, and then again there might not. Let's see. No, not really. This is one of the coolest places on this whole trail. I think little fairies and hobbits and whatnots live here. You got 2 creeks running together, and they go that way. If I was a hobbit, this is where I'd live. Always fun to see that spot. 5:20, and we've made it to Toxaway River where we'll be staying tonight. I think that's, we're gonna call it a day here. 20-ish miles, that's enough for one day. I'm just tickled to get here before dark. Fierce flamingo getting me, getting her. All right, we'll put up a tent. Day 4, and it's cold in the 20s. I don't know how 20s it is, but it's cold. So we've got right out of the gate, Heartbreak Ridge. It's gonna be brutal, and then after that, another climb that's usually brutal. So that ought to get our blood pumping. Anyway, starting day 4, 8:30. And away we go. Come down through here, when was it, a month ago? And I think I counted like 200 and something of these. I'm not counting them today though. Eee. I'm gonna do good to make it up, much less count. Much less count them as I go. Be back later. So this is, it's a fern that looks dead. But it's called resurrection fern. And when it rains on it, or it gets wet with dew or whatever, it'll turn completely green again and open up. I guess that's where it gets its name from. Tidbit of useless knowledge for y'all. She's way ahead of me. While I'm up here giving lessons in botany, she's running off and leaving me. But we survived Heartbreak Ridge. We got, let's see, we got to go up and over that, which is pretty tough. And then I think it should be a pretty not too bad of a day till we get to Sassafras Mountain at the end of the day. We're doing 18.8 or 18.6 or something today, and then tomorrow we'll have only 9 miles to wrap it up to finish this trail yet again. So should warm up here in a little bit. We found the sun. It was at the top of the mountain up there, so, but apparently it stayed because now it's cold again. It'll pop up again in a minute, and it's supposed to be in the 40s, I think, today, which is perfect. So we're gonna move along and see what we can get into today. There's a bit of icicles for you. Well, folks, if this looks familiar to you, that's because it is. I was here, what was it, 5 nights ago, 5 evenings ago, finishing number 4. And I headed back the other way to finish number 5 tomorrow. About 6 miles left for the day-ish. Actually like 5.8, I think. Table Rock is 14.2 away. And up we go. Well, we're back on Sassafras and missed the sunset by just a few minutes. I'm not sure what that bright light is over there, but that is not what I'm seeing. Something wrong with my camera, I guess. But anyway, we got about a mile left.
It's rare that I see a lot of 2020 yet.
The moon. Another cold morning, day 5, and we are 8 miles from finishing up this trip. It was colder last night than it was the night before. Camped at Trail campsite with 50. Seen 3 more people there. off we go to end this end of days. Some good views coming up. Well, folks, there's nothing like a toilet with a good view. Yep. We've got about, I don't know how many more miles, 5 or 6, and we'll be done. So head back to the trail. We come out of the woods. That's what all of this used to look like. But the hurricane fires has turned this place into totally different scene. Hoping some dang good views, but didn't leave much else. Go back in my a few months ago, we come through here in the summer. The leaves are on the trees, and you can really tell a difference then. Bald Knob. There's Table Rock Mountain right there. Pretty day. There's a really nice view of Table Rock. Down the middle to the right, that's called the Stool. Pretty crafty. Wouldn't want to do this in the ice though. That is steep. I need a side view of it. All right, a little under 4 miles and we're done. There's number 5 in the books. Good day finish. That was that.